here's the garage. If you're not new to my channel, then you know this. I want to cut that junk out. And I don't mean pick it up. I mean, we got to do that first. But I'm talking about, see this little line I painted on the ground? I'm talking about cutting with the digger right there. All that out. So first things first, I got to move these trees. These little juniper trees or whatever they are. I'm going to take these first 4 and just move them to where those circles are up there. And the last one I'm going to leave there, A, because it's the biggest, and I'll probably kill these 4 anyway, so at least I'd save one. But then, you know, we're not really cutting by the time we're to where this last line is here on the ground. This line, that's about where we'll stop cutting. And then we're going to fill all that material we're going to put out here. You can see this hill here. I'm just going to extend this right along here and build it up. So there'll be a steeper drop off there. It'll be mucho bettero for like parking a trailer or I don't know, put a little gravel down. The main idea is this is going to be a parking spot with maybe an overhang for the wife's van. So this is the machine that we're going to attempt to do it with. It's a lot of earth to move and then move again, drag around, but it's what I have. So we're going to put it to use. Is there grass under here? Somebody trying to build a nest or something? What's going on here? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to set you up. I think today I'm going to, boy, it's pretty beautiful spring day. I think I'm going to make you watch less, okay? So I'm going to set it up, show a little bit of each stage, but not just show the whole time, not super long time lapses or anything like that. We're just going to give you a glimpse here and there. And that way I can listen to music and not have to worry about what you're looking at, you know? Okay. Away we go. You dig the hole first, right? And then you move the daggone thing. I just, guys, I know they have tap roots that go deep. I'm gonna cut it. So I'm just hoping that since we're still in mid-April, that it'll recover. It's not the heat of the summer, but if it doesn't recover, you know, I don't want to kill it, but like the Rocky IV movie, remember that one? When Drago says, if he dies, he dies. I'm going to dig a nice deep hole. I'm going to get as deep under them. And I did kind of wait for it to still be wet. The ground is very wet, but not so much that I'll slip around. So it's like best possible conditions. Let's see what we can do. Off the top. Almost like I know what I'm doing. Now remember, all this has got to come out anyway, so I'm going to dig way around it, and then I'll try to scoop it up. Can't really see what I'm doing very well. That poor taproot ain't gonna be more than a few inches long, so I'm not very hopeful about this. But they gotta get moved. I don't see a huge taproot. We might still be young enough here that maybe we're not at that stage. We got a lot of roots and we got a nice wide ball. I'd say this was our tap, I think. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm hopeful. Yeah, I kind of like it. Tip it so it's a little more straight. And if it's a little bit up out of the ground, that's okay. Remember, we were on the side of the hill over there, and here this is more flat. That looks pretty good. Really good. So I'm just gonna leave it. Toss these in. One's moved. Well, I don't know if it'll live, but it's moved. Oh, losing it. I'm losing it. Oh. I had to let it down. I was losing it. Ended better on the first one. This one you can see does have a nice long root, kind of sideways though. We'll see what we can do with it. Got more hung on, which makes it a little heavier. There, lost that piece of clay. Now, need to make sure it tips up. Again, it was on the side of a hill. So I'm going to rotate it this way. Pretty traumatic, for sure. It's not going to be oriented the same way to the sun. Unless I can, well, just keep turning until I get it sitting in a place I like, I guess. There. Right there. Well, Sister Handy has showed up. Come on over here, sis.
Oh, no.
You don't need to run the camera. It's got its own little feet thing. All right, so she come and she said, well, you got a lot done. Well, I mean, we didn't start until, what, 2 hours ago?
Yeah, but just moving all the
So, yeah, we got the four, oh, is that what they are? I was calling them juniper trees.
I think they're arborvitaes. Juniper? Is
Potatoes
it the same difference?
Potatoes.
I don't know.
So, yeah, they're moved. We're going to have to water them a lot because I just very crudely ripped them out.
At least it's spring.
It is still cool. It is still spring. So I'm hopeful, but that was pretty aggressive.
Brutal.
Brutal. So if they make it, I'll be happy. If they don't, hey, I tried. So now you can see I just started, after I made that mess, I started trenching just enough to get some of this topsoil over because I might be able to use the sod or topsoil. And then what I'm going to do is come from this side, nibbling in, moving, leveling back here, and then at some point I'm going to run out of place to put it. At which point, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm just going to plow ahead. We're trying to remove this top layer of topsoil and grass. Get it off the side. So aside from a couple of errant clumps, all the sod's out of the way, it doesn't leave a very clean surface because I don't know what I'm doing, but boy, it sure, this is about two and a half hours of digging to clear the sod. And I didn't get all of it, but that's okay. We got the vast majority of it. And now we're going to drop that down and bring it over here. We're going to put a parking pad in. And I think we've decided we're going to go ahead and attempt to move it. Those will probably die. This one will definitely die, but we're going to try it anyway. So let's give it a shot, huh? Very quickly, like, yeah, need to make more room for this fill. That's a lot of material. Probably still not enough room, but I've got a spot kind of flattened out here, pushed all the sod and topsoil. Hopefully that'll take most of it. Pretty good low spot right there in the middle, so pretty long day already. I think I've been on this thing for 5 hours now, moving all this around. Bulk of the work still ahead of me. Oh, a little muddy. Let me grease it. Well, that's a good chunk of that. Push that way, leveled out a little bit more. It's so gummy. I mean, you saw how it was just kind of rolling and gumming up. That's about as much as I can do. And if we had another dry day tomorrow, that would actually help dry it out faster. But no, we're getting more rain tomorrow. So I'll be out of this until the next 2 or 3 day stretch of dry.
You're rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, so I just came this way and dumped that little bit. I'm going to show you the whole process. But now you're gonna, I started just saying, you know what? I've got a deck on here. That's my bulldozer. See it? Flatten that out.
Yeah, we're going to break another.
So get over there, camera lady, so you can see me flatten that piece out. You got to hit it fast enough or you'll get stuck. Wait, way over there. Ready?
No.
Go! Yeah! Yep! That did good!
No.
All right, here we go. Over there. To the digger.
There's a digger.
It's like a roller coaster ride. Woo!
No.
Ugh. And that's about all I dare put in that little cart. I already bent the tongue on it. Sorry, sis. I'll meet you over there. Ah!
Lord have mercy.
I gotta hit it hard. Not too hard. If I had a loader tractor, it'd just be zoop, zoop. Oh well. Simple, right? And repeat. Let's bulldoze this down, and that'll be it for this little short clip. Okay, camera lady. Ta-da!
No.
And that's the process. Toss it. Alright, it still needed to come down a few inches, so I just came straight through. But this time I'm not dragging the whole pile with me, because for the first time on camera, Mr. Handish has a tractor again. Alright, I'm mic'd up now, sorry. I really like the exhaust note on this. Small tractor, it sounds really good. Now I can talk to you while I work. The bucket controls being right here instead of up here, I wouldn't have thought it would make much difference, but it's nice. So I've got it in low, but it's hydrostat. No clutch to work. It's nice. Yeah, scratch it up with that, and just extend it out this way with the extra. Sure beats the little lawnmower car, I tell you that. So far, it's effortless. Daggone cicadas have been dive bombing me all day. Well, it cuts right into that clay wall a little bit, doesn't it? That's great. my boot caught and flipped the rubber pedal cap, pull it off. Try to pull it away from the garage. You're not in a good spot. You know, side of the hills right here. That's about as close as I can get. Doesn't that sound good? Very satisfying idle. For loader work, this hydrostat is going to be so nice. I mean, just go from one foot pedal to the other is all you do. Just switch direction. Very nice. As I almost went backward, you know, when trying to go forward. The auto throttle with the hydrostat really makes it a safe tractor. It's harder for it to run away on me, you know. I'd be using a clutch and a brake pedal, and with this, you take your foot off the accelerator and it'll bring you right to a halt pretty fast. I'm not using any brakes at all. Just trying to level this off a little if I can. Try not to dig in. Did I get anything? I need to put a rear view mirror like on a boom out in front of the bucket, you know? But you don't want to get too much either. Whoop. Tilted it too much. Too aggressive. But I got something in the bucket, didn't I? I kind of don't mind it like a swale, right in the middle. That way, once it's paved, the water will come off the hill and it'll hopefully go on top of the concrete and wash out. In the wintertime, yeah, I know, in the wintertime, hopefully we got enough slope on it still out that way or this way that it still run off. Did I get anything? I don't think I got anything. Well, let's see what it looks like. Okay. Yeah. Still got a little high spot right there. The rest of this is manageable because it's already heading downhill that way. I don't think I'm going to do a retaining wall. I'm going to spray that grass seed stuff, the spray kind, on it and see what happens. But yeah, I'm not looking for perfection. Right there, from right here to right here is a little high. Rest of it I'm fine with. And I'm packing it as I go. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Definitely superior to the other method. The other method worked, but it left it a lot looser. Some of this is straight where it had peeled it right off. So it's like permanently hardened, which is wonderful. I'll probably just use the bow rake to pull that, feather it in, and then pack it down. I'm not moving any more material other than right there. I think that's going to be it, folks. First actual chore with the tractor, other than getting it home. I think that's good enough. I'm going to do fabric over the clay, and then I'll probably just do a very, very, very thin layer of that knobby stuff, and then I'll push crushed in between it, and on top very thin. And that way, if I ever put concrete on it, it would come probably just an inch or two above this to get good thickness. And over there it's even better because it kind of falls off. Anyway, I think that's a wrap. I'll probably do a separate video for the spray grass stuff. So you'll see kind of what that looks like. And I'll probably do a separate video for the gravel pour too, just to keep y'all in the loop. See y'all later.